Savannah, Georgia today.
Oh, I'm going to go there for the weekend.
Oh, it's beautiful. Yeah, I love
Mhm.
it.
I got married in Savannah.
Your sound just went out.
My sound went out.
There you
No.
go. I think I did. So, we're at in Savannah, Dominic.
First Bryan Church right downtown.
Okay. That's beautiful down there. So,
Mm-hmm.
good morning. So I see Lori and trying to let me see if I can get a list pulled up here real quick. I don't, and Ron is there. Very good. So let's see if Tracy had made it on yet.
I never have figured out how you can send private messages to people in here.
Yeah, you're better off that way because none of your messages are private. Actually, truly, in a Zoom, when you're in a Zoom call and you send a private message, at the end of the call, if whoever saves the messages, all the messages show up. So there's nothing private.
Oh, wow. Okay, that's good to know. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Most people don't know that.
Yeah, I did not know that.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, checking messages here, make sure we're good. So, all right. Well, good morning. Want to be respectful of everybody's time and kind of get things up and running here. So hopefully you all had a chance to attend BOC at the beginning of the month. Great event. I was able to attend most of it. I was traveling during part of it. And I know we're all kind of itching to get back to in-person meetings here eventually. And hopefully that'll come. You know, it seems like the pandemic kind of does this, gives you a little hope, and then things turn, and then you know. So we'll get it all figured out here eventually. So we'll probably going to continue in this digital format, you know, for a little while. So, but you know, got some cameras and all that, so we can see some faces, see everybody out there. So definitely appreciate you. If you're first time here, so my name is TJ Watkins. I'm the ring chair for the MLP, MPL, you know, all kinds of acronyms we had that, but basically the Midlands, Low Country, PD area, kind of the geographical southeast portion or east portion of South Carolina. I work for Enterprise Holdings, which is the Enterprise Rent-A-Car, National Car Rental, Alamo Car Rental, and my group covers South Carolina and Eastern Georgia, and I have counterparts in North Carolina and Virginia. So, do want to welcome you if this is your first time. Also on the call with us is Lori G, and she's with Savannah River, and she is our vice chair, and Ron Harvey, who's our MBEC. He is, yep, there he is. I see you, Ron. How you doing, man? Good to see you this morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
So our guest speaker that was going to happen with us, we were trying to see if we could get her this morning, was unable to make it. So we're probably going to end up pushing that out until October. But this morning I thought, since we have a little bit of time, that maybe what we could do is kind of go around and make sure we all know each other a little bit and introduce. So we'll probably do that a little bit later on in the call this morning, get to know each other a little bit better. And I guess let me start out with Ron, is just kind of see if there was any kind of updates or anything you wanted to kind of give from your perspective and what's happening on the MBEC sides and different things like that.
Thanks, TJ, and good morning, everyone. You know, glad to be here with you. Hopefully y'all can hear me, right? Thumbs up.
Yep.
Awesome. Yes. I always have to check technology now. You know, it does its own thing, so checking for sound. But it's an honor to be able to serve in the position to support our MBEs. And, you know, I'm in Columbia, South Carolina, and I'll say the updates is we're constantly within the MBEC. We're figuring out what do we bring to the table for our corporate partners and for our MBEs. And so when we're meeting monthly, it's really to figure out what are the new things or issues that people are encountering. and trying to figure out ways to continue to help solve those. So anything that you can share with us about new challenges and things that you're encountering that we can be very intentional about helping you solve, so you don't feel like you're doing it by yourself and you feel like you're getting a return on investment from being a part of the organization. So please don't withhold any of that information from us. If there's a way we can serve you or help you to figure something out, we're going to ask that you always reach out to us, aggravators, quite honestly, until you get some answers to what you need so you can be successful. TJ, thanks for the opportunity. So we need your input is what I'm asking. We also need you to volunteer when there's an opportunity to volunteer. And I think every ring can use volunteers. So it's only as good as our volunteers. So those that are volunteering, thank you. Those that's looking to volunteer, just give us a call. We do have something you could be doing to help us be better, and we're always looking for your help.
Hey, Ron, thank you so much. Lori, I want to just give you a second, kind of introduce yourself as vice chair for the ring and just kind of let everybody get a chance to meet you.
Hi, everyone. Good morning. Like he said, my name is Lori G. Nipple. I work for Savannah River Nuclear Solutions. Just now getting back in the swing of things. I've been out for a little while. I see a lot of new faces, and I am so glad to see that we're growing. And definitely, I'm looking forward to all the things that we have in the future and growing this organization even larger and making sure that we're bringing in the right content that you all need and the information that you are requesting. So thank you for joining and have a good one, TJ.
Awesome, thank you. So, and Tracy, I wasn't sure, I didn't know if she joined. I was looking to see if her name was on here. Tracy, are you on by chance? I don't think I saw her. So Tracy is our vice chair for MBEC to help Ron, but she may not be able to make it this morning. So but anyway, that's the team. We're here to support you from a corporate side, from an MBE side, and hopefully try to figure out how we all come together and work, provide the opportunity. I think we've got somebody who's not muted there. So then we got it. But anyway, so good morning. Glad everybody can make it. So Dominique, maybe I will turn it over to you and we can get updates from you and the staff.
Okay, that sounds good, and please forgive my voice. Welcome, everyone. As Lori said, it's great to see the ring growing, great to see new faces at the table. A special welcome to our newest corporate partner here, Santi Cooper is on the call, and we'll have them talk in a moment. But a few updates from CMSCC. Can you all hear me? Can I get a thumbs up? Okay, great. All right, sounds awesome. As TJ said, we're coming off of BOC. BOC 21 is our largest event of the year. It was virtual, and we had some tremendous speakers and tremendous workshops. So we were very pleased with the content that we delivered at BOC 21. We are planning now for MBE Summit, which is going to be November 8th and 9th. It is planned to be face-to-face at Clemson. However, we are very sensitive to our corporations, their ability to travel, and the Delta strain. And so we are evaluating. There's a survey out right now trying to determine whether or not folks are on travel hiatus, what's going on, and we will determine whether it will remain face-to-face or go virtual. The content that we are preparing is able to be provided on either format, face-to-face or virtual. So at MBE Summit, we're going to focus on MBE to MBE Connect, which is a new program being rolled out by the MBIC chairs. It starts the first Friday of September. So the first Friday of every month, there'll be an MBE to MBE Connect session for an hour where MBEs get to share opportunities with each other. So we will have that at the MBE Summit. In addition, we are rolling out what we're calling CORE. It's a different way to say matchmaking. So the CORE is the format for CORE at MBE Summit right now. We're working on having 4 to 5 different industries. TJ will be happy. We're going to have 4 to 5 different industries, and on each industry panel, we'll have 3 to 4 individuals representing their organizations, and they will share specifically 2 things. They'll share a list of the opportunities that they have coming up, how to do business with their organization, how to get in contact with them, as well as the specific list of things that they're sourcing for. And so those corporate partners will be giving information out, and then MBEs will be in the audience and able to ask questions of those corporations. And so we're going to try that format instead of the traditional matchmaking, so that more people can hear from the corporations. It's an opportunity for our MBEs to be able to hear from all those different corporations as opposed to being selected. So right now, that is the design format of MBE Summit. We are open for suggestions. We are open for volunteers to help us with that. And you will know soon whether we will be on a virtual platform or not. Are there any questions as it relates to that? That's November 8th and 9th. The 8th is just a reception in the evening, people checking in, and on the 9th is our complete program. We will be graduating out, have a graduation ceremony for our Sunoco class, and we will be announcing our new class from University of Richmond that is in place, and we will be launching a new program at Sunoco. So a lot going on there behind the scenes in terms of development. But any questions?
That sounds exciting, Dominique. I'm not sure I was even aware of that, having some industry breakouts like that. And I like the format versus maybe a one-on-one is a more global view of a specific industry. I think that's going to be very interesting to see how productive and how connective that is. So.
Good. It was designed with you in mind, TJ. So I'm glad, and it's in development. So okay. So with that, I'm going to turn it to Larry. Larry, do you have any updates from a corporate perspective?
Yeah, just good morning, everyone. And I think you've already mentioned it, but welcome Chris Wilson from Santee Cooper, our newest corporate partner. Welcome aboard. And I'm sure Chris will get a chance to opportunity to introduce himself and talk about the organization. So thank you for coming on board. And I think Chris is waiting on some other team members as well. I think Dominic pretty much passed everything. What I'm really focused on right now is MB Summit and also some follow-up from the BOC. Even though we did BOC several weeks ago, it's still ongoing with those introductions. I know some corporate partners were traveling or doing whatever, and we're not able to meet those MBEs, and we're still trying to work that list to make sure that everyone has an opportunity. And also to our MBEs, please make sure you reach out to myself or Greg, because we would love to get those warm introductions with our corporate partners. Our corporate partners look forward to it, and I think it's great to give you the opportunity to meet the corporate partners and hopefully to have a great conversation and renew or just kind of a new relationship going forward. And that's pretty much all I have. And we'll continue to try to bring new corporate partners on board and continue to grow. And thank you for your continued support.
Thank you so much, Larry. And just to add some numbers behind that, we are at the same mark where we were last year. Our goal every year is to add 10 new corporate partners. Last year we added 14. So we stretched the goal this year to 17. And so we're already at 14 this year and looking very good to hit our 17. NMSDC has over 150 new corporate partners. And again, I've said this in the past, those new corporate partners that join us, like the Volvos of the world who are in our footprint, we bring them into the ring. And into the various respective rings that they're supposed to be a part of. So really excited about the tremendous growth that we have at National. And for those who don't know, we do have a new national president. Her name is Ying McGuire. And I will bringing her to the region to speak to all of us soon. But do look her up. She has a tremendous corporate background as well as an MBE background. So she's going to bring us a wealth of talent and take us to the next level from a technology standpoint. So thank you so much, Larry, for that. I want to give Santee Cooper. Krista, you want to go ahead and say anything at this point?
Thank you, Dominique. Just wanted to say thank you for the opportunity to be here. We certainly enjoyed meeting with you all last week, and we certainly look forward to continuing working with you all. I will say that we have a couple goals starting next year, and one was just simply growing the number of MBEs that we do business with. I will tell you that once you sent us your annual statement, it was fascinating to see how many MBEs were out there that we already do business with, and we simply just didn't know. So that was a great tool. And one of our main goals also going forward is just simply educating the MBEs on how to do business with Santee Cooper. We procure a lot of goods and services, and we just want to get the word out on how to do business with them and educate them on how they can do business with us. So we certainly look forward to working with you all. We also have Byron Rogers. He's our director of supply chain. He is my boss. So he was muted earlier, but he's in the office beside me, so I could still hear him. But I'll let Byron say a few words.
Hey, Chris, thank you. Can everyone hear me?
Yes, we can. Welcome,
Okay,
Byron.
good. Hey, like Chris said, I am the director of supply chain here at Santee Cooper, and Chris and I work together. We got one other gentleman on our team, George Rubottom, who will be joining us shortly, hopefully. And we're excited to be here. We're excited to be part of this group now. We're excited the synergies that both of our organizations can have together. Like Chris said, we want to grow our MWBE supplier database, and we want to give more opportunities and more spend. And that's what, and I know that we can work together to do that. So we are very excited for this opportunity. We're just happy to be here. So thank you. Thank you for everything you've done for us so far.
Thank you so much,
Definitely.
Byron.
Yeah.
And I want to add that when we had our introductory call, we had the president of Santee Cooper on as well as Byron. And so they and I told them they're postured properly. You know, they had the right people on the call and right people engaged. And so we're very excited about that. All right. So with that, Debbie, can you give us an update, please?
Good morning, everyone. Great to see you on the call this morning. And Dominique really went over events, the wrap up from BOC, as well as what we're looking forward to bringing to you for MBE Summit. So I really don't have any updates with regards to events, but I will make mention of the fact that the newsletter is going from 3 times a week to once a week starting in September. So if you are not getting the newsletter, please just drop your email in the chat for me. I'll make sure that you're on the distribution list, but we again are moving from 3 times a week to once a week. And I really don't have any other updates. Thank you so much.
All right. Well, I will tell everybody a little secret. So Debbie can see who opens the newsletter. She counts the clicks. She looks at the metrics. She knows when I have read it and when I haven't, because I'm on the guilty list sometimes as well. But what we found is we feel like we're overwhelming folks mailboxes with the 3 times a week. We went from once a month to 3 times a week, and we were overwhelming folks' mailboxes. And so I asked Debbie, you know, are you seeing any different click rates? She said, nope, the same people open the newsletter every time, and they're just, you know, dedicated. So we're hoping that with 1 time a week, we will increase the readership from what it is. And so know that Debbie is watching and she can tell who's clicking through. So I hope that gives you a little bit of motivation there to get involved. And if you are not receiving the newsletter, please look into your spam or let us know so that we can make sure that we have your email on the newsletter. Thank you so much, Debbie. So Trina, did you have anything?
Good morning, everyone. So I don't have any reminders, but I would like to say if there's any changes to your AP or your accounting contact person, to please feel free to reach out to me. I did.
You froze.
Yeah, it looks like she's frozen.
Yeah, she's just letting you know that she's following up on AP. So please be in touch with her. One more thing I want to reemphasize. I mentioned it when I was talking, TJ. We are launching the University of Richmond class this September. We already have our 18 students for the class, but we have not launched the November Sunoco class. There's still room in that particular class. So for the MBEs that are listening, if you have not attended one of our developmental programs, it is not too late for you to register, apply for the Sunoco Leadership Program, which will start in November and go for the year. And that is all I believe that we have, TJ. Back to you. Thank you.
Hey, thank you. Appreciate that. And the staff that supports our team, supports our ring and all that. Y'all do a lot behind the scenes, and appreciate everything that y'all are doing, the time and energy that you spent. So I want to kind of switch gears a little bit to, is there anybody else who's new? First, I want to say, Byron and Chris, thank you. Welcome from the corporate side of the ring and all that. It is great to see corporations continue to come, you know, into the organization. The more corporations that we have in here, the more opportunities we can provide to our MBEs and the more synergy that we can create. So thank you for joining. the organization, and we look forward to your support and look forward to you getting to work with the MBEs and see what opportunities that you do have. So thank you. Is there anybody else this morning this is your first ring event? Hey, Satrina, you see you back. Thank you.
Oh, good. I'm sorry. I don't know. I got frozen. I was like, why
All
did
right.
everybody stop moving?
That's all right. Dominique finished up for you, so just glad you're back. So.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Anybody else here this morning? First time? I'm looking for hands, but if you're not on video, you'll probably need to unmute and yell out. First time visitors?
I'm not a first time on the ring, but I'm a first time with you. My name is Karen Johnson. I'm with Verge Innovation. We specialize in cloud integration, development, business intelligence, cybersecurity, and custom training.
Hey, Karen. Great. Thanks to have you here. So where are you located?
Charlotte, North Carolina.
Charlotte, North Carolina. Okay,
Yeah.
very good. All right. So
David Arrington with Arrington Coaching. We prepare leaders and executives for what's now and what's next. This is my first ring, meeting. So I'm happy to be here.
Awesome. Welcome, welcome. So now, David, where are you located?
Suffolk, Virginia.
Suffolk, Virginia. Okay, very good. So look, you got the whole professional setup there, man.
Thanks.
Me, I'm lucky if I can get this little box to work.
Hey, man, we do what we do. We do what we do. It's okay.
But hey, thank you. Appreciate you coming into the ring. Anybody else?
TJ, do you want to do a round robin with success stories and introductions from everyone?
Yeah, actually that'd be great. So
okay.
I don't know if
we can have Debbie guide us through.
Yeah, Debbie, I tell you what, if you could do that, my technology skills are sometimes lacking to see who's all here, and to keep it organized, maybe just start at the top of the list and go down of who you see. You do that?
Absolutely. So good morning again, and Adrian Bridges, you're up.
And let me jump in just, so we don't throw it. So if you can, maybe if you want to introduce yourself, your company, corporate, whether you're corporate or MBE, kind of maybe where you're located. And then if you're a corporation, you could talk about maybe what you're typically purchasing from MBEs or what you're looking bids coming up. And if you're an MBE, take a few moments to tell us about your company and, let us know how you fit into your niche so that the corporations and even the other MBEs understand and see where opportunity is. So sorry, I'll throw that back in. I'll go back to you, Debbie.
All right. Thanks, TJ. Adrian, are you able to unmute?
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. Thanks a lot for having me. This is not my first, but one of my, I've only been to maybe a handful of ring meetings. So thanks again for putting these on. I do appreciate it. I've got contractors in my house today, so it's kind of noisy, but I'm with my realty mate. I'm located in the Research Triangle, Raleigh, North Carolina area, and we help companies move their employees across town or across the world. I recently bid on an opportunity with AARP to help them move some of their employees around the country. Very interested in finding out the results of that, but we're here to help companies get their employees settled with leasing, purchases for residential, and also some development opportunities. Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much, Adrian. Next, we have Alka. Good morning, Alka.
Hi, good morning. Can you guys hear?
Yes, we can hear you.
Coming in and out.
Okay, great. So my name is Alka Manyapu. I am from Data of Technology. Corporate to Datasoft when they need highly skilled and niched IT talent or engineering professionals for any of their long or short-term projects. We provide top talent that solves complex IT projects with minimal training and saving our clients both time and money. So we very happy to be here. Love to attend these ring meetings and connect with all of you. We are growing, expanding. We are based out of Greer, South Carolina. Have been in business for 25 years and part of CBM MSDC for last 18 years. And thanks to everything that CBMSDC does, support with their help, funding our client base. Thank you so much. Appreciate having me here today.
Thank you so much, Alka. Next, we have Byron. Good morning, Byron.
Good morning. Again, this is Byron with Santee Cooper. And, like Chris mentioned earlier, we do procure a lot of goods and services at Santee Cooper, from anything you can think of, from IT to utility poles to consulting services. We kind of do soup and nuts as far as goods and services we procure. So, we're interested in increasing our MWBE database and giving more opportunities and more spend with some of our MWBE partners. So we look forward to these meetings, monthly meetings, and looking to grow from here. So thank you for having us again today. We appreciate it.
Thanks for joining us, Byron. Thank you. Next, we have Chef Maria.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Pastry Chef Maria Kemp, and I own Beyond Decadence. Beyond Decadence is an online gourmet bakery specializing in desserts that can be shipped across country. But also, what I think will be of most interest to you is we do private virtual baking experiences. Now, they can also be held on site if you're close enough. And those are great for team building activities to help reduce stress, to bring your team back together, collaboration, mitigate conflict, or just if you want to get together and have fun with your teammates. Those are particular interest to corporations, especially with everything we're facing with COVID right now, trying to keep our teams together. I have my success story in there is I just did an on-site on-site baking experience for ATD, American Tire Distributors, on Friday. And there's pictures all over social media. They had a fantastic experience. They're still talking about the mini strawberry shortcakes that they built. So I would love to talk to you about hosting an event, whether virtual or on site, for your company and your employees. You will be a hero because everyone loves desserts. I've been certified MBE since February. I attend every ring meeting possible, so I've gotten to know a lot of individuals and have been tapping Larry pretty aggressively or assertively to have warm introductions with corporate partners. So I have to jump off at 9:40 for a warm introduction. If you look at my website, which I'm getting ready to drop in the chat, I am on a baking hiatus until October 1st, but I will be available for all the things that take place on the computer, ring meetings, warm introductions, and moving forward to get people thinking about the holidays that are coming, whether it's a training event or desserts that I can serve you. Thank you so much for having me today.
Thank you so much, Chef Maria. And the CBM SDC team can attest to the fact that we had a virtual baking session with Chef Maria, and we had a great time. I didn't post mine because it didn't look so good, but tasted good. So thank you so much. Next, we have Chris. We've heard from you earlier, but if you'd like to just say a few more words, thank you.
Thank you. So I think Byron said it. Santee Cooper purchases a wide range of goods and services, and we keep a pretty detailed spreadsheet of categories of goods and services that we procure, and we'd be happy to share that with the group or any MBEs that would like to review it. And if there are opportunities for them to do business with them, we welcome that. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Chris. Next, we have Dr. David.
There you go. The first time, and it looks like my internet is kind of spazzing right now. Can you hear me? Thumbs up. Can you? Okay, cool. So first time that you guys said, hey, who's new? I'd just taken a bite of my bagel, so I kind of rushed through some things very quickly. But my name is, again, Dr. David Arrington. I have a doctorate in strategic leadership, and Arrington Coaching helps and prepares leaders for what's now and what's next through coaching, speaking, and training. As a quick side story, we just worked with a senior vice president for a multi-billion-dollar company. He had I think he had $20 million sales team that we moved from number 9 to number 1 out of 10 organizations. So we don't do the soft, fluffy stuff. We actually do the real hard teamwork type of leadership development. And I like to say I did no sales coaching with him. I just helped him engage his team in a better way. We also do online leadership training, and I'll drop the links to Arrington Coaching and Arrington Training in the chat. And it's a pleasure to be here with everyone. And I'm looking forward to get to know more of you as time goes on. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much, David. Next up, we have Aisha.
Hi, everyone. I'm Aisha Driggers with the City of Columbia Office of Business Opportunities. The mission of our office is to support initiatives that assist small minority women and veteran-owned businesses. We procure a variety of goods and services, including construction, heavy construction specifically. We also do lots of engineering, consulting. So we always encourage any small business to contact us, because if we don't utilize your service, we could absolutely make a connection with someone who does. Regarding success stories, I'll say last year we were able to partner with Savannah Riverside to offer our Minority Business Opportunities Conference. And then this year we are hoping to highlight Rhino Medical Supply with Elliot on the call today for our Small Business Conference. And those are directly because of the relationships that we built through the ring. So we appreciate this partnership.
Thank you so much. And Elliot, you're up.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Elliot Haney. I'm the Chief Operating Officer for Rhino Medical Supply. We're a fully integrated healthcare product distribution company headquartered in Columbia, South Carolina. We procure in many different product categories, including infection prevention, for example, nitrile medical examination gloves. For our industrial partners on the call, industrial nitrile gloves, surgical solutions, oxygen therapy, mobility, non-acute and acute care. So we pretty much do everything when it comes to healthcare products. A recent success story, we worked with Vizient Sourcing. Vizient is one of the largest group purchasing organizations in the country to procure. And if you guys know what's going on in Louisiana, they have a high hospital rate right now where they could not find aluminum oxygen cylinders to provide to their patients. Vizient reached out to us. We secured over 1,000 aluminum oxygen cylinders with a 48 turnaround time to their systems in Louisiana. These products are critical to saving lives, and we were able to do that. So really proud of that. So thank you, everyone. And I haven't been on a ring in quite some time, so I'm looking to re-engage the team and to become more active. So thank you.
Thank you so much for that, Elliot. And yes, as I say in the newsletter all the time, big things really do happen in the rings. Chef Maria can attest to that. So I'm glad to have you back and look forward to having you get re-engaged. Next up, we have John Jones.
Good morning, all. Can you hear me? Okay, great. I'm John from Fayetteville, North Carolina, and we help companies stop and prevent sexual harassment and sexual assault. Employees that are not trained in the prevention of sexual harassment and sexual assault is like driving with no auto insurance. I think a good example of an investigation in sexual harassment is what happened to the governor of New York State. As we all know, he just lost his position because of that. I am so convinced that our online courses are the best, that I would like to give each person on this call access to our supervisor's course. I put my email address in the chat, and if you would send me your name and email address, I'll be happy to send you access.
All right, thank you so much, and thanks for that offer. Next up, we have Jonathan Wilkins.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Jonathan Wilkins. I'm the Program Manager for Supply Diversity at Lenovo. I am also the Corporate Chair of the Piedmont Ring, and welcome and thank you for allowing me to be here this morning. I'm so used to saying welcome, TJ, so I was about to thank everybody for participating in our ring meeting this morning. But we are all one big family, so I'm definitely glad to be here. At Lenovo, we procure a lot of different services, from marketing to janitorial services to we've actually been talking with Chef Maria. So I've introduced her to a couple teams internally. So hopefully we can make some connections there. So we are all across the board and with things that we're looking for. Of course, some of our services have been cut. As many of you know, in the corporate America space, that a lot of our facilities aren't being used at the moment. So, but I'm expecting once we go back into the office that we'll be looking to upfit some of those facilities for different utilizations to create more, I will call them safe zones between humans with inside the buildings. So that'll be a definite focus area of us probably moving forward in the next year or two. And thank you again for having me.
Jonathan, can you just do a little brief blurb on what happened at BOC with the pitch competition?
Oh, guys, so the pitch competition was absolutely amazing. So we had some participants. The top three had some amazing businesses. The third place winner had his company was the company that would find you grants. So they would do all the heavy lifting for you to go out and find you those opportunities for grants, write those grants, help you win those grants, and then take a percentage of that of those earnings once they turn it over to you. So great opportunity there. That is always a space that I think it will be in demand forever as we all look for different money. And I was just looking on the CVMSD page, and eBay is offering a $10,000 grant to 50 small businesses. So you got, that's my plug for the newsletter. So go out there and make sure you look at that for those MBEs. The second place winner was a young lady who had a company. It's very novel in the concept. So for those of us who are not the best writers, her company would literally take the content that you have and using AI would write or improve the writings for your emails, for your publications, for whatever you were looking for, and it would do this work for you. So the heavy lift of trying to come up with the creative wording in your messaging was taken off of your plate, which was awesome. The first place winner, which is a company that I think Dominique and I are going to try to put together some coins and invest in these guys. They are a platform which will allow for those who are gamers or have kids that are gamers, and I do. And this is one of my issues that I've had with these systems for so long. PlayStation, Xbox, Switch, none of those systems talk to each other. So when you're online, you cannot play with your friends. If your friend is on PlayStation and you're on Xbox, you can't play together. That's just how the software packages work. They've created an adapter, an add-on, a software package that will allow you to cross-communicate across platforms, which is amazing in the concept of it, and something that would save probably millions of dollars to users. I'm not sure if the gaming industry will love it, but I know that the end users will love something like that to be able to have that interaction with one another. And those are the winners of the pitch competition, all college students, by the way.
Thank you so much for that, Jonathan. And we gave them cash prizes, and then Jonathan's company donated devices. The first place winner got a computer, and then the other winners got devices. But I wanted to highlight that because we always like to recognize the next generation of our work at our events. We try to present our MBEs so that college students can see successful business owners and think of entrepreneurship as a career option. So really happy to highlight that pitch competition. Thank you, Jonathan, for serving on that committee and leading that charge.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Jonathan. And next up, we have Karen.
Karen, is it me, Karen Johnson?
There's only one Karen, so yes, ma'am.
Okay, I thought because I spoke already. I'm Karen Johnson. I'm with Verge Innovation. we have the end user in mind when we develop. We specialize in cloud integration, development, business intelligence, and cybersecurity and custom training. Currently, we've just received a subcontract with Salesforce because we're certified in Salesforce to do some custom training for them. This is my first year with the organization. I think it was June is when I started, and I look forward to it because I've been able to reach out to individuals on a more closer, or I guess in settings than just sending out cold letters, things like that. I feel that I'm going to try to take advantage of it as much as I possibly can. And that's pretty much it. Thank you.
All right, great, thank you. And to Karen's point, getting engaged, the MBE to MBE connection series that we are starting, and I put that link for registration in the chat. There is business amongst your peers, right? Everybody wants the corporate contract, but there is real business amongst your peers. So thank you for that. And next we have Randallin.
Hi, good morning, everyone. I'm Randallin. I'm the marketing director with Brownstone Construction Group. We are here headquartered in Columbia, but we also have offices in Charleston, Charlotte, and Savannah. We are a full service MBE construction management architecture firm. We work with a lot of school districts, a lot of K-12 work, colleges, and other local, state, and government agencies as well.
And Randallin, can you share your success story in Charleston County?
Oh, yeah. So we have been partnered with Charleston County School District for the past going on 15 years now. We recently got our first independent contract with them for Wave 1 for their next building phase. We've already got that rolling with them. And also we are working with Turner Construction with the International African American Museum, which is going to be wrapping up within the next year.
Thank you so much. And I just want to reemphasize the new contract you received with CCSD made you a tier 1, right?
Yep.
So you're leading that project. That's huge and significant. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Congratulations on your success and your growth, Randallin. Next, we have Ron Harvey.
Good morning. Ron Harvey. I'm the Vice President and Chief Operating Officer of a leadership development firm called Global Core Strategies and Consulting. And we're a service disabled, veteran-owned company, minority-owned company, and also SBA 8A certified. Been around since 2013. We equip leaders with the confidence and awareness, emotional intelligence, and relationship building skills required to help them create a winning culture. Our goal is to help our partners unleash the full potential of everybody in their workforce. To be excellent at what it is that they need them to do. So we believe in partnerships and relationships and creating and making a difference for every organization. So anything on the people side to help create a winning culture, we're excited and look forward to working with each and every organization that's here with us, is to create a culture that people want to be a part of. And in today's workforce, that's become huge, with all of us being virtually remote, coming back into the office or not coming back into the office. And all the other things that we're seeing across the news is how do we help leaders manage effectively to keep their best talent in their workforce. So we spend a lot of time there. A couple of things I'll tell you we do is the individual coaching, team coaching, leadership development, team development, DE&I work, conflict management. And we also have been afforded the opportunity to do a lot of entrepreneurship development. So it fits well in what we do here as a company. Some of the things that we've done well, just for success stories. Recently, we just got awarded the Spectrum grant for $15,000, where we have a commercial that's on all different channels right now. And so Spectrum, through this organization, we're on television, and so it makes us, look like people ask about it. So it puts us in front of our clients. And we also just finished a major project that we work with one of our new corporate partners to develop 40 different entrepreneurs over 6 different states. And so we've embedded on a process with them for the next 5 years to develop entrepreneurs. I will say that, the important thing is just visibility gives you accessibility. And so for this ring to be successful, if you show up and really share with us what you need, which is the one thing I'm always going to ask you, what can we do better and different for you to be successful? If you're not successful, we're not successful. So we need you to be successful in order for this reading to work and people to continue to show up. So tell us what you really need and lean in and help do the work that we need to get done. So I'm excited. My wife and I own the company. We love what we do, and looking forward to having a partnership with everybody that's here if we can help you make a great culture in your organization.
Hey, Ron, is that commercial, if we go to your website, is the commercial there, or where can we see the commercial?
Yeah, if you go, yeah, TJ, if you go to our website, we were pretty smart on that. That's the first thing you're going to see. So you can't go anywhere on our website until you watch that commercial before you get to see any of our services. So we want to put that right in front of you up front. So if you go to it, you won't be able to go any further until you watch that commercial.
And I want to add that opportunity for that commercial came out of the newsletter. So you had to read the newsletter, then you had to apply for the grant. And there were 6 companies that got $15,000 each in terms of advertising and professional development there. So that was tremendous. Congratulations. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah. And they did all the work on that. I mean, we really didn't have to do anything. They gave us their entire marketing team to get the video, get the commercial done. So they really leaned in and made sure we got the best product and services. So, they met with us and really put together using their team and not our team.
Phenomenal, and congratulations again, Ron, on that. I appreciate all the shout outs about the newsletter. Man, I'm looking for those numbers to spike now. We haven't said the word newsletter so much in a ring meeting in a long time, so thank you so much. I appreciate it. Next up, we have Tony Franco.
Hello, everybody. I apologize if I look like I'm in the witness protection program. I have been messing with my life all morning to make myself visible, but I represent APC, which is Alliance Professionals and Consultants. I'm located here in Charlotte. We are an MBE. I'm the market director. We have been in business since 1993. We are an ISO 9001:2015 certified business, and we are Corporate Plus as well. Our focus is essentially in 4 business key strategic business areas. That's information management, analytics, cloud, enterprise, operations, and security. We also place IT professionals, engineers, and digital marketing professionals on temp to hire and permanent basis. And a recent win for us, and I attributed to our membership in the CVMSDC, is we were selected to be a supplier for BMW, and we're providing IT professionals as well as other professional categories for them. So we're excited about that opportunity. It's taken a little bit, but it's been well worth the effort and the wait and all the help the CVMSDC has given us to get to this point. So thank you.
Awesome.
All right, and if I've overlooked anyone, please give us your name and tell us a little bit about yourself. But I think I've hit everybody that's on the list, TJ.
So before you go back to TJ, you did hit everyone, but I know Alka, could you please share your growth story that's happened since the last time we were together, just briefly?
Yes, thank you, Dominic. So we have been recently added to a new client, Haynes brand in North Carolina. And thanks to Dominic for that introduction. We are supporting them with their all their IT engineering and professionals that they need. So just started and growing our in-house team to support the client. It's all with the CVMSDC support and Dominic's introduction. Thank you so much, Dominic.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you, Debbie. Back to you, TJ.
Well, hey, thank you for everybody participating and jumping in there. I want to kind of switch gears just a little bit here, and I want to talk specifically to the MBEs at the moment. And I want to kind of have an open forum and tell us what you would like to see out of the ring. So you're taking time and effort away from your businesses right now to, come in here, which is it's a great connection opportunity, right, for you to meet the other corporations, the other MBEs. But as an MBE, what is it that, I in the chair position, Lori, Ron, Dominique, her staff, what is it that we can help bring to this to these meetings that you would see as a benefit? Anybody? No ideas? Is it too early in the morning? We need more coffee out there. We need more coffee out there.
Hi, this is Karen Johnson. I would like to say one thing. I am one to follow up, and when I do follow up, I never get a reply sometimes. So I would say some accountability for the people who are coming in. At least follow up and acknowledge that you did receive. I know we're all busy and we get tons of emails, but when we attend these meetings, we're hoping to get something, at least a connection. So my opinion.
Very good. No, that's good to hear. And I guess from a corporation side, let me also kind of help everybody understand some of that. So some of our corporations have massive spam filters, right? And I will tell you that companies like LinkedIn and some of these other marketing companies have gotten very good at making email marketings look like an individual connection touch point, right? And it could be, a TJ Watkins from, somewhere Alaska I've never met before, but they make it look like we met somewhere or whatever. And so I would always challenge you, sending an email is great, but always follow that up with a phone call. Because number one, you don't know if that email got through. That email may have gone into a spam folder with thousands of others' emails, and that person, just never saw it. Or it very well could be that, it kind of got lumped in with a whole bunch of marketing type emails. So when I look for property from my realtors and stuff like that, I always tell them, if you're sending me something, do a follow-up text, a follow-up email, a phone call or something, just to verify that we got the communication. Otherwise, you may be waiting for a response and we honestly never saw it. So, in these forums is always a good chance to, have that communication and get those connection points. So, but Karen, you're right. I personally try to follow up as I can with everybody, even if the opportunity was not right, I want to be honest and tell you that, or if the opportunity is there and what you need to do. So great point, but I do challenge MBEs to make sure you do a phone call, have a verbal conversation beyond just an email.
Thank you.
Who else? What other suggestions?
Hey, really quick, if I can, TJ, for anybody that's joining us and you're new and you're trying to navigate and figure out how to really make it work for you, let me give you my cell phone number. You can call it anytime you wish to be able to get the help that you need. We got to do a better job, and we also want to teach you how to do a better job. So I think it's ownership for everybody on both sides. And so my cell phone number is 561-676-9416. That's my personal cell. If you're trying to figure this out, before you get frustrated and irritated or just don't know what you don't know, and you don't have a whole month to wait for another meeting, call me and ask me some questions. If I don't have the answer, I'll be happy to put you in touch with who can help you so we can try to get this done. So relationships matter is what I will tell you. Make sure you build the relationship before you ask for the business. And that's for all of us. And that's going to be super important as we go forward. Relationships trump all of our knowledge, wisdom, and products and services. So I would advise all of us, to include me, I pay attention to this in our company, is build an authentic relationship before you ask for anything. Is going to be huge for us. What do I think I need to be able to do as serving in a leadership position for you is to do what I just did. Tell you how to make this work for you. What I need from you is tell me what you need so we can figure that out together. And we will, but we do need you to share with us how do we do that for you. So I'm willing to figure it out and get the headache with you, get into the weeds with you. But I want you to be successful. And quite honestly, we need you to be successful. And the reason I do this for everybody here for 2 reasons. Because you matter and I care, period. We need you to be successful. That's important for me in a leadership role. And until I'm not in that role, I'll find another way to do it. But as long as I'm in this role, I'm doing this for 2 reasons. You matter, and I care about you being successful. By the way, Jonathan, thanks for joining the greatest ring, the greatest ring group in the CVMSDC. It's good to have a guest here to show them how to do it right.
I'm always here to show you guys how to do it right. No problem at all for my part.
I love that friendly competition.
So any advice that you need, Ron and TJ, just let me know. I got you.
I want to build on what Ron said, because the sole reason why we have these rings is because we're so large as an organization, right? We're geographically dispersed. And so this is like your small church group, right? When you come around this small conference room table and you share and you turn your cameras on and we get to know you on a monthly basis, face to face, you're starting to build those relationships. So despite COVID, we've been able to bridge and been able to have these meetings so that we can still come together and share information. And if every month you're coming together and you send TJ a note and it says at the subject line, MLP question, MLP connection, he's going to instantly think, okay, this person's coming from the MLP ring. They're asking me a question. So this is all for you. This is all for us to grow together and build those connections, share opportunities, share success stories. We did a strategic planning session together as a team, and this was the number one thing that came out. If we focused on ring development, we could help grow opportunities for our MBEs. So I just want to say that that's why we're here, folks. Thank you.
Very good. Good words, everybody. And also, I did put my cell phone and email address in there as well. So in the chat, if you want to pull that out, that's my mobile number because I travel a lot as well. So what other MBEs? What topics of discussion? What hey, if we could get help with this, or if we could have some information on X, what helps you develop your business, develop your connections, those kind of things. What can we do over the next 30, 60, 90 days, next 2-3 ring meetings, to help bring value to your time?
I sent, I'm back. I was on the wrong day, which is embarrassing, but it happens. But I sent an email to, I think it was one of the other rings, but I'll find it and forward it to the contacts on this one as well. Is an MBE. And actually, Ron, I think you and I might have mentioned this when we had our one-on-one. An MBE.
Good morning, Ms. Thomas.
So when new MBEs come in, they have a roadmap on a recommended path to success to follow to navigate through CVM SD, through the council. I'm sorry, I always mix up the initials. To navigate through the council and to engage with other MBEs and corporate partners. When I came in, I just hit the ground running and, talked to Dominique and her team and just attended, since everything was virtual, every ring, just looked at everything that came out in the newsletters because I read them, and, signed up for almost everything possible and engage. That's just what I did. And that's part of my personality, to make sure that I can meet as many people and as many people can meet me and begin to establish those relationships. But if we could have a roadmap, I think that would be really helpful. The other thing that I mentioned, I think in my email is, success stories of how to, engage with corporate partners when you're going for that first, big yes. Just some, lessons learned, tips and tricks, or I'm a linear person, so I like a good checklist. And, obviously you have to adjust it to make it fit the situation. But I think that would be really helpful. Rings have been really successful for me. So that's really helped move me forward. But, outside of the rings, what other steps should we be looking at taking, or that would be of value?
That's a great idea. And we maybe have something like that, and I was not aware of it. That's, we do that with our employees. We do that a lot with our vendors that we bring on board. They're like roadmaps that this is what you need, step 1 to 712, this is what your career looks like. This is, how we bring you on board as a vendor, those kind of things. So that's actually a really good idea. Do we have anything like that, Dominique, right now?
We do. We have steps of engagement. However, it's not laid out in a roadmap format. So it sounds like I need to change with the team how it's laid out and presented to our MBEs. And we talk about going to a developmental program. We talk about the ring engagement, the newsletter. So we have some steps, but we'll redesign it. So it'll be a flow chart for everybody to understand naturally.
I have
another. We'll engage you in that.
Okay, I'd love to help.
All right.
And I'll jump off what Chef Maria said there too. Anybody on this call is welcome to participate in any ring in the council. So you're not geographically, you don't have the, so Byron, you and Chris are new to the organization. you know, Santee's got a certain geographical footprint, but you're welcome to participate in North Carolina, in Virginia's rings, and, you know, because you may find different suppliers there that you can't find that maybe didn't participate in this particular call or something like that. And the same thing for MBEs. You know, you may, whatever service or product you're offering, maybe that person who's needing that's in North Carolina, or maybe they're in Virginia, you know. So as a part of the service of CVMSDC, you're welcome to participate in any of the ring functions of the council as a member.
I have 2 other suggestions if you'd like me to share them now, or if you want me to email you, you just tell me what you prefer.
Throw them out there. Let's go.
Okay. All right. Maybe also if we could delineate between, I don't want to say success stories, but I'll throw it out and then we can kind of massage it between virtual versus on-site. Like I have a product which is typically, I don't want to say on-site because it can be shipped, so it kind of makes me virtual. But there are going to be MBEs that come into the council where they have a virtual product, so it opens them up to any ring, anyone to do business across the country, versus people where they need to be geographically close to their customer or their client. So that may be helpful. The other thought that I had too is I would love to hear from some of the MBEs, and this might take place in the MBE to MBE Connect, which I'm signed up for, of course, where they're bigger MBEs now, but when you were a smaller MBE, you know, I don't want to say first starting out in business, but first, you know, becoming involved in the council, just some of those keys to success and lessons learned. It's always great to hear from the larger entities, but to hear from some of the people who started smaller and things that they found that were invaluable would be really, really helpful. Because it can be a little bit intimidating, you know, addressing a larger corporation, but it can be done, and I'd love to hear some success stories. I'm done now.
Oh, that's great. No, ideas are great. So I know we're starting to kind of run up on time here. So you've got my email address, you've got Ron, Dominique, you got the whole team's email here. So if you have like, oh man, I should have thrown that out there, feel free to email that out and we can follow up on it. I do want to respect everybody's time, and I know we've got teams that have to run to other things. So I want to thank everybody for participating. We will have this, you know, each month going forward on the 4th Wednesday of each month. If you have any ideas, please throw them out to us. To reiterate what Ron said, we're here to support you. Dominique's team does a great job. Ron is a great connector, so feel free to reach out to him. I'm here. Email us, call us, and we would love to get to know you even a little bit better. So, Dominique, Ron, any final things?
Thank you so much.
One question. I have a question. Is there a way to save the chat? I know how to do it on Zoom, but is there a way to save it here?
Yes, I think there's 3 dots. Well, I don't see where it is. I don't see it, Ron. There should be a way to save it. It's definitely on Zoom, but I don't see it here.
Yeah, I don't see it here.
I think, Ron, you can access the chat even after it's closed.
Yeah. It'll still be there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
all right.
Hey, everybody, thank you so much.
Thank
you. Have a great week.
Have a good week.
Bye, everyone.
Take care.
Take care, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye.